All right, guys, so we are going to finish our giraffe today. So last week we finished the actual giraffe, and today we're going to add that background all around our giraffe. So what we're going to do is, because giraffes usually have their heads stuck up in a tree with leaves, we are going to make some really cool leaves that are going to go all around our giraffe. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a leaf shape first. We're going to add some detail, and then we're going to color it in. So in order to do kind of this leaf shape, what we're going to do is we're going to do two curved lines that kind of hook together to make a point at the end. So I'm going to start right about the middle, kind of at the side, and I'm going to kind of go and just fill up my space. So to start, I'm going to draw a curved line down like that. So it kind of looks like a really open C, or a little frown line if I turn my paper to the side. And then under that, if I keep my paper to the side, I'm going to do kind of a smile on the bottom of it. Just very faint, so it kind of makes these points at the end. If yours is a little more rounded and looks a little more like an oval, that's okay. But try and kind of keep this football or almost like an human eye type shape to it, where it has a little more of these points at the end, because that's going to give us more of a leaf look. So I'm going to do one here, and I'm going to do one on the other side. This time I'm just going to draw this one a little higher up. So I did my curve the one way, I did my curve the other. So now that I have at least one leaf on both sides, now I'm going to start overlapping them. So I'm going to have leaves that are, some are on top and some are kind of underneath and covered up a little bit. So I'm going to come back down to this one, and I'm going to draw kind of like just part of a leaf is sticking out right from the bottom. And I'm just going to kind of keep layering some leaves. Now I might decide to draw a whole leaf. Again, you can have large leaves, small leaves, but we're going to kind of scatter a bunch of leaves all throughout this background. I might even have some where both ends are covered up and I can just kind of see the part. We could even draw a leaf like the giraffe is overlapping it and it's going back behind there. But I want to draw probably at least 10 to 15 leaves. They can go off the side of your paper if you want them to. That's really kind of up to you. And I'm kind of almost like sneaking them around up either side of my giraffe here. Do some smaller leaves, some larger leaves. I've got quite a few on here. I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to kind of leave mine like this. If you wanted some coming up around the top of yours, that's okay, but I kind of now have them filling up this space here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to draw my details on my leaves. So I'm going to kind of do a line in the middle and just a few other little lines coming out. And I'm going to do that on all of my leaves. I kind of add that little bit of extra detail, because leaves, kind of like people, they have veins on them, just like a person's veins are what carry blood throughout it. The leaves' veins are what carry water and chlorophyll throughout the leaf. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you before I got started, I am doing mine with Sharpie. I am leaving this up to you if you want to do it with Sharpie, and I'll put a little note at the beginning that you guys can read when you see that. You can do this straight with Sharpie if you feel comfortable, or if you want to draw it in pencil first and then trace it out with Sharpie or marker later. Last one. Okay. So now I have all of these leaves drawn throughout my background, and now I'm going to go through and start coloring in my leaves. Now this is where I'm going to give you guys the option. You could color them in all just green if you want to. You could make it look more fall if you want to do oranges and reds and yellows to it, or you could even make it go really artsy and you could do it in rainbow. So I'm gonna kind of go through, start coloring mine in, and you guys start working on yours. The biggest thing is that we really want this space filled up. We don't want to see a lot of empty space when we're done. So I'm going to do this side and kind of reverse rainbow order. All right, and there we go. We are all finished. I can't wait to see what yours look like when it's all done. Have fun. I will see y'all next time.